Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio. I'm your host, Tim Grimes, and joining me tonight, you all know this guy. We got Doc from Goldhog joining us. How are you tonight, Doc?
I'm here. I'm alive.
You're here. You're alive. What's been happening down your way, brother?
Man, I was in a tree stand an hour and a half ago.
Was you
I
really?
said, "Oh crap! I got to get out of here and get on the radio."
Oh, they got Sunday hunting down there?
Yeah, you can hunt Sundays here, and I'm in a county. Thank God that you can hunt to January 14th. I think it is.
What is it?
Oh wow!
Gun season or bow season?
Everything. I hunt crossbow,
Really?
but
So everything's still open down there?
just in one. There's one county
In one
down
county.
here around me that I hunt in. That the normal hunting season here is January 1st. That's where everything shuts off.
Uh-huh.
But there's a couple counties where they have real heavy deer populations, and because no one hunts them around there, so they extend it to January 14th. So
Oh, that's cool. And you say
Yeah, that's what.
crossbow hunting?
yeah, I crossbow hunt.
Nice.
That's what I do, Doc. I love it. I love my Barnett Quad 400. I crossbow hunt too.
Yeah, and I got a smoker for Christmas, so I make jerky out there, and I got the whole setup. I built a little skinning pole out there in the backyard, so I process all my own meat.
Oh, man. So how many deers have you gotten so far this year?
I shot 3 and recovered 2.
Oh,
The other
okay.
one, I nicked him. It was a big deer. I don't even want to tell you the story on that because I'll throw up.
The one
I'll
that got
throw up.
away. Is he what? Was it a monster?
Yeah, he was a big deer. He was a monster deer. And he was walking through this little 18-inch shooting window, and I said, I got to take a shot. And just barely nicked him underneath the bottom of the chest.
Oh, I know that breaks your heart, don't it? When the big
Oh,
one
God.
just gets away. It's like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
but you're filling
So
the freezer.
how's everyone in your end? What's everyone doing?
Doing good here. You know, I am. Dennis, what about you?
Trying to stay warm.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah,
No,
-4
kid.
yesterday, and it's supposed to warm up into. I think if I remember looking at it right, I think Wednesday it's supposed to be like 58 degrees, 54 Tuesday, 58 Wednesday, and then like in the 50s again Thursday.
Yeah,
So
finally.
I'm over the cold. Time for the warm.
What's that?
Well, everyone laughs at us because, I talk about, we got down to 12. I was hunting in 12 degrees weather one morning. But I grew up in Massachusetts, so I'm used to 24 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, geez.
But let me tell you what, 12 degrees in Georgia, that's damn cold.
Oh, yeah. It's cold anywhere.
They got snow, right? You guys got snow.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got a couple of places here, we got 10 inches last month.
That's more snow than we've gotten, actually.
I think so. We haven't had that much snow. It's just been
No, we just
stupid
had like
cold.
3 inches and bitter cold.
Yeah.
Then we're
Yeah.
supposed to have an ice storm tomorrow morning or something, possibility, so.
Really? Oh, you guys. Hopefully it don't make it this way.
Well, I was planning on. I had to go up to the mountains to do a video and photo shoot. I wanted to do for a couple of our products. I'm like, I'm not going up there at 12 degrees.
What was the photo shoot for GQ?
yeah, just gold prospectors in tights.
Hey, I will say this, Doc. Razor thought that, there being snow there, he said that would make for a great video of you out in the snow.
Yeah, it would. Oh, if it was snowing, I always said, matter of fact, there's a video somewhere I got. We were commercially running kind of. We had the 5 and 6 inch dredges, and I had 2 guys out there, and one of my guy comes up and he's waving, and it's snowing. He's underwater and he's snowing. I'm like, dude, this is just like the Bering Sea show.
Yep. Especially you guys aren't used to getting that crap.
Yeah, I know.
It's usually warm down there at this time of year, ain't it, Doc?
It's just no. We usually January and February we get some cold spells. We'll have a couple days in the teens, but I mean this block of 10 days has just been brutal.
Yeah.
I mean it's just been.
Oh yeah, I know. It's been bad here. The below zero crap. It's like enough is enough already.
It's even too cold to go polar bear dredging.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I can't do it.
I don't think you could get through the ice.
Probably not.
That's the
I
thing.
don't even think the polar bears want to get in the water.
No, it's just way too cold. I'm looking forward to any little warming trend we're going to get. And I'll
I
enjoy
can't wait
that.
to get out in the water.
Well, I know you'll be in the water as quick as possible. Like this week, if you don't have to work, you'll be finding somewhere you can break through and get in. Crazy girl.
Well, we got a long weekend coming up. So maybe.
Maybe. You never know.
Shad's shaking his head no.
Oh, that's smart man, Shad.
Oh, Shad knows what he's in for.
Yes, he does.
Well, last year we were already out there, and we haven't been out yet for 2018. And we like to get started, finding some gold, and it's Carrie Tucker's birthday today, so
Yes, happy birthday, Carrie. That's right.
we're supposed to go birthday dredging, and it just didn't happen.
Didn't work
She got
out.
a jib jab video sent. Birthday
I seen
video
it.
sent.
I seen it. It's your trademark, Dennis.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for Doc's.
I don't think Doc has his birthday public.
Make up a day. That's the thing.
Yeah,
could just-
Lincoln's birthday.
Yeah,
Same
you could
day.
just pick a date and say it's Doc's birthday. Then you can get him with one. That'd be about the only way I think. So, Doc, what's been happening, man? What's tell us, bring us up
man,
to
just
speed. It's been a while.
we've actually been pretty busy, surprisingly.
Mhm.
But we launched the new flow pan. About a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was about a month ago. So we finally got all the pre-orders shipped. So now we have got them in stock and we're shipping them out. And that's probably the main product that we're releasing for this year. So it only took me 3 years to get it done.
Right. Well, you always tell me that. You always say, well, that's all we're going to, next thing you know, bang, there's another product popping up. It's like your mind gets to going, and it's like, who knows what you'll come up with next. But how was Christmas? I bet was busy for you guys, wasn't it?
Not really. We've just been steady this year, surprisingly. Normally you dip off when the weather gets cold. You dip off a little bit in the gold prospecting business, but we were busy. I mean, November and December, we've just been steady the whole time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Steady wins the race, right?
Yep. And I think we launched the flow pan at the right time too. So I mean, I wanted to make sure we got it done pre-season because I mean, you got to get out there and you got to shoot videos, you got to make websites, you got to have photography, you got to get all that stuff done.
Right.
So
Right. There's a lot goes into it, especially the way you do it. There's always a lot. Now, you say it was 3 years.
yeah, I mean, this, I started looking. I've always had this. I bring it up, and everyone at the shop sort of looks at me and rolls their eyes for 3 years every time I bring it up. But I always wanted to do some kind of portable gold pan or some type of, the James Bond where it's the size of a cell phone. You stick it in your pocket, you pull it out, and flip, and or gadget, and it just comes out, and wow, look at that! I've got a gold pan,
Right.
So I just got to be some way to do it. We went down the road. I went down the road of like a folding product, that would fold out. We talked about that. We started doing some research on that. That didn't work out. And then I said, well, what if we did a rubber gold pan? What if I made it out of like an EPDM rubber that you could just roll up? And so it rolled up almost like a hat,
Right.
And so you roll it up and stick it in a pack. And so we went down that road, and it was like, the cost of dyes and everything. I was like, nah, that's not going to work. I mean, it just kept evolving. We kept revisiting it, and then I stumbled onto. I looked at the hog pan. I said, what if we did something like this, but we made it so that it could actually break apart instead of welding it all together. And so we started playing with it. And then I said, well, then we came up with we started working on. About a year and a half ago, we started playing with the crossflow technology with round pans. About moving, because we saw the way the hog pan works. It just kept evolving, kept revisiting it until one day I sat down on my computer and I just forced myself to sit down and draw what I thought would work.
Right.
And amazingly, I have a good engineer CAD guy that I work with. And he sort of looked at what I was doing and made it so that it could fit into the actual production line that we actually have. Because that's the hard part. I mean, you can you can come up, you can invent anything, but if you can't get it into production, and if the machines can't cut it, they can't mold it, it's not going to work.
Right.
And so we just kept playing with it. We kept playing with the open flow, and when I started looking at what the open flow was doing in the pan and how it worked, and I'm like, man, this really is kind of cool. And we got it back, the first prototype of this pan, and it's interesting that this is the only product that I've ever invented and come up with that when I got the prototype, I said, don't make any changes.
Really?
Normally it's, okay, we need to move this, we need to change this needs to be bigger, this hole needs to be moved, whatever. But essentially I said, after we took it out in the field and we did all of our testing with it, I was like, don't do anything. It's perfect the way it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away with the product, the way that it worked, and you can see some of the. I put up a video, the full flow pan video,
right,
when we're out there doing the testing on it. But man, it was just like, it just blew me away how fast it was.
Sure.
I mean, you put a big shovel full of dirt there, unclassified, and that's the key to it. Unclassified material.
Right.
2-3 inch rocks. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You spin it, you shake it in about 8 to 10 seconds, turn it into the stream flow, another 8 to 10 seconds, and you're done. So, I mean, it's about a 10-15 second clearing. Then you put more dirt in it, do the same thing. So you could basically work a full bucket of gold. It takes me about 4 or 5 minutes to work a 5-gallon bucket of pay in my pan.
Wow.
That's fast.
Yeah,
unclassified.
Yeah, unclassified.
And you have matting in there, don't you? Too?
Right. And what we have is we have a piece of Talon mat in the bottom, so that when you're doing your flow, you're actually creating vortexes, and there is an exchange. And then while you're shaking it and you're agitating it, the material's all stratifying. It's settling down inside that mat. And it's really cool. I mean, I did tests on that video. If you watch that video, I take panfuls of dig out of the creek. I put it in the video. I put it in the pan. And I put 5 pieces of gold on top, not in it, but actually on top of the dirt. And I do that. We did that like 15 times, and every single time. I mean, 15 seconds later, there's the gold. 15 seconds later, there's the gold. 5 pieces every single time. Every single time.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I mean, it's a really neat product, because I didn't want to invent something that was a toy, that you had to sit out there and it took you an hour to work a 5-gallon bucket. I wanted it to be big. I wanted it to be fast. I wanted it to be efficient, and that's it. And the price point on it, I said, I got to get this thing under $100. How do I do that?
Right.
And that was working with the engineering guys. It's like, I got to have this thing at $99. How do I get this thing out at $99? So we hit it all. I mean,
You hit all your targets.
All my targets were hit, and fortunately I got a good patent attorney, so he was able to do it pretty quick and get it all done before the season to be able to launch it. So,
see, I thought you would stop with the hog pan. So is the hog pan going to stay in production?
Yeah, the hog pan will stay in production. A lot of people like the hog pan just because it's just a beast of a pan. I mean, a lot of people like it because what they do is they work the material down in the hog pan to basically just super concentrates, and then they take those super concentrates and run them. So
right.
The two products I sort of leave the hog pan up, but I want people to look at both of them,
Right. And now with the hog pan, can they run that? That's unclassified too, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yep. It's completely unclassified.
Right. And I think you've always stated that that's great for when you're testing a new area or something like that. You grab your hog pan, you can go through some material real quick, see if it's got some gold, and make your decisions from there.
And the same thing with the flow pan.
Right.
That's what I'll be using the flow pan for this year. If I'm going to go out and dredge somewhere, or if I'm going to go run pay, I go up. I take a 5-gallon bucket. I put it into my flow pan. I run it through my flow pan. In 5 minutes, I got a good test. The hell, the Hoffmans need some of these.
Yeah,
it'll save them $10,000 a day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can go up. I can take a 5-gallon bucket in 5 minutes. I know exactly what's in the pay. Should I run this dirt or should I not? Should I work this corner or should I not? I mean, you could take it and you can run a 1, 2, or 3 5-gallon buckets really quickly and know exactly what you're going to be getting once you start working.
Right. Now that's cool. Now I know I've heard a couple people saying apparently they don't have one or haven't seen one, that they thought that they could set this pan in a stream and use it like a sluice box.
That's what I was thinking when I looked at it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. I mean, it's just not the way it's designed. It won't work like that. The openings on the side won't allow enough flow, and
and maybe that's what they were seeing and was thinking that. I don't know, but that's what I was like. What? Yeah.
No, it's definitely a gold pan. I mean, it's patented as a gold pan, and it works as a gold pan. It does not work as a sluice. So they kind of addressed it.
Sluice pan.
Yeah, the sluice pan. I mean, the name of it was actually going to be porta pan. But then I think the overriding factor in it, we kind of had to weigh out the portability versus the technology of that crossflow.
Right.
And I think the crossflow technology is more important than the portability of the thing. So.
Sure. Oh yeah, definitely. That's like you said. You put it together, you can leave it put together. You don't have to take it apart.
You just put it together with 6 wing nuts. Takes you about a minute to put it together. Take it apart, stick it in a backpack, stick it under your seat or whatever you want. And you always got it with you.
And you say it's got the Talon mat in it. Have you tried it with the other mats?
I probably would just stick with the Talon because it's more aggressive. And when people start working flow on it, and when I've worked with it, I create a decent amount of flow. And so I want that more aggressive matting inside of it to hold it. But if you watch that video, I've got all kinds of sizes of gold in it. I've got big pickers in there down to stuff that's 50, 100 mesh. It's just really cool.
Wow. Now, if somebody just bought one, is there any steps they need to do after they put it together? Do they need to season it or anything like that?
Nope.
A
little salt and pepper, and that's it.
And it's ready to go.
Ready to go.
Throw it in the water. It is ready.
And if anyone's got one there, we keep updating the owner's manual. So you go to flowpan.com, and then you click on the owner's manual link. I put up a video up there, and we keep updating the tips. But it's real important for anyone that's got one or getting one to make sure that they go back to that page and read that page, tips on it.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that the one you just got up, last week or something? I know you posted something. You just got the site up or something on the Flowpan.
Oh, I think we've had the Flowpan website up for close to a month, but I keep updating the owner's manual.
Okay, so it must have been the owner's manual then that I said. Yeah, must have been. I was like, okay. I thought maybe it had a separate page because I think you did one for the multi-sluice.
Yep, got one. Mm-hmm. Basically, I've got one for all of our products. Mm-hmm. So you go to goldhog.com. And you have goldhog.com, and you have all the products, and that's where all the ordering is done. But if you want more information, each product has its own website.
Right.
So goldhighbanker.com is the Raptor Flare.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Big High Banker or Big Gold High Banker is the Super Hog. Multisluice.com is the Multisluice. Hogpan.com is the Hogpan. Flowpan.com is the... So, they've all got their own individual websites that we actually do a lot of updates and owner's manuals on.
Right, and people can go there and check for all the updates and look for through the owner's manuals. That's really cool that you have that for each product. So right now, how many products do you have available, Doc? What is it?
Hell, I don't know.
I think you've been 8, 4.
I just invent the crap. I don't count it.
You don't keep track. Oh my God.
Oh gosh, we got the Super Hog, we got the Raptor Flare, we've got the Multi-Sluice, we got the Stream Sluice, we've got the Hog Pan, we've got the Flow Pan, we've got 9 different sluice mats. What else have we got?
Goldhog Mini I just got from my wife for Christmas.
And the Mini, the Piglet. Here you go. You got the Piglet and the Piglet with extension.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Dang.
Oh, the gold tray, the little gold drying wing tray.
Yeah, that's right. Can't forget that.
Yeah, I can't forget. I have them everywhere. I just open my drawer and I pull it out. Here's one right here in my hand.
I think Kathleen has one of them too.
I love mine.
Mm-hmm. They do too. It's like I use that to Dry my
Oh,
It's very convenient, yes.
It really is. If you ever got to the point where you had to like get gold and then dry gold and then try and put it into the jar, I mean, it's just so nice just to have this thing.
It's a convenient thing. Pretty cool. How much are those things?
What are they, like $19?
Yeah, $20. Well, $19.99 or something like
Yeah.
that.
And what
Stainless
are
steel.
they called exactly?
Stainless steel gold tray.
Stainless steel gold tray. Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's a weight tray.
What else
But I
do
love
we call
mine.
it?
They're cool little. It's like when Parker dries his gold or whatever. They have those big trays where they pour it in. 50, 100 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
It's a miniature version of that.
It's a mini version.
Yeah.
See, everybody should have one of them.
Yeah.
We just heat the gold right there on that.
Oh, in
Yeah.
that?
On the
Yeah, that's what
stove.
I do.
Well,
I just put it in. I just sort of slowly drain my water out, and I put the gold tray on the stove, and I turn it on. And once it starts to get hot, I shut it off and just let it dry. Tap it a couple times, and then from here, just pour it right into my jar or the scale, whatever I want to do.
Oh, that's pretty cool. You can actually, skip the frying pan. Just use it to dry it. That's a great idea.
Yep.
Man, see, I think everybody should have one. If
They should. It's a cool product.
everybody should have one. Any
We're gonna give away. I want to make a quick note. We're gonna give away some gold concentrates. They're 2 gram bags of concentrates.
Oh wow.
Nice.
But I'm going to give people the option if they want. They can have a flow pan or the concentrates.
Oh really? You're gonna give them an option?
Yeah. So if they win, if they get picked for the gold concentrates, they can choose between the gold concentrates or the flow pan.
Oh wow. I hope they're paying attention.
Oh man.
That is awesome. Man, what would you choose? Decisions. I don't know.
We got stuff to give. Let's give away a flow pan real quick.
All right, let's give Kathleen a minute. She'll get all the names. There's 128 people, I believe, in the chat room right now. And,
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
yeah, so we'll give Kathleen a minute to...
No, is this the one where they get to choose between the gold and the flow pan?
No, this one is just a flow pan.
This is just
Okay.
for a flow pan. And the rules will be like always. If Kathleen calls your name, you'll have 1 minute, 30 seconds to answer in the chat room, the GPS chat room, that you are here. If,
I have a name.
dang, that was fast.
I know. I was prepared.
Shad will type it in. And remember, 1 minute, 30 seconds. That's all you got to do. Say you're here in the chat room. And this is for a flow pan. Man.
Yeah, for the flow pan.
Guys.
So we're giving away that flow pan, and when we do like I said, we're going to give away. I'm going to give away 2 bags of colons. Otherwise, we'll be giving away crap. Like 2 bags of concentrates, and they can choose either the 2 gram bag of concentrates or the flow pan, either one. And then I got a Raptor high banker, but the Raptor high banker is not the Raptor flare. I want to make sure everyone understands that. This is the old Raptor, which is just straight down all the way.
Doesn't matter. It's still a Raptor. Yeah. It's still cool. All right, Kathleen, whenever you're
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. The first winner is John Ribeiro.
John Ribeiro.
John Ribeiro.
John Ribeiro.
And I just put it in the chat
R-A-B-I-O.
room.
R-A-B-I-O?
Ribeiro.
Ah. I've never been able to spell.
Well, at least you can.
I usually butcher the names.
Yeah, usually we do. I'm trying
John,
to
if
watch.
you're out there, say you're here in the chat room. Type it in the chat room.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Holy mackerel. I
Holy
won.
mackerel. That's right.
That's as good as I'm here any day of the week.
Yay.
Oh, Shad, I'm going to have to put Shad, you're going to have to do Rich's job tonight, Shad. I'm leaving you in charge of getting the addresses.
Okay, so
Okay.
he'll side chat you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He's not at his station.
Oh, he's not at his cubicle.
He's cooking dinner right now. So Chad will be back.
Someone's got to take care of the kids.
Yeah. But he will send you a side chat, and you'll give him all your mailing information, and we'll get that over to Doc, and he'll get you your new flow pan. Man, enjoy that. It's going to be nice. And post some pictures of it after you get it, so everybody can see your cool new prospecting item. That is awesome.
I will
Doc.
side chat you, John.
Oh, you going to do it, Kathleen?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
He's asking what happens next, so I'll do the producer's job too.
Yeah. We just added one more job to Kathleen's list tonight. Sorry, Kathleen. So
Chad's cooking a souffle at the moment.
you must know Shad too. He's in
All
there.
right, I just gave him a side
He's
check.
making a really, really big, beautiful souffle. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be big. It's going to be beautiful.
He might be.
I can't do it. I can't do a Trump voice. I can't do a Trump
No.
voice. I always try. It's going to be big. It's going to be beautiful. You watch.
You just have to work on it.
It's going to be great. It's fantastic.
Oh my
It's
god,
fantastic.
it's crazy. So what's been happening with the multi-slews?
Multi-sluice that's just out there. We'd sell it. I mean, just all the products. Same thing right now. I mean, it's funny. I look back. We've been doing this for 7 years, and this is someone. I think Ray messaged me somewhere, and he said, "Doc, you've been awfully quiet this fall. What's going on?" I said,
Right.
Ray, I've been doing this for 7 years, and every fall, winter, I've been busting my butt. And this year, I decided to chill out a little bit, do some deer hunting, spend some time with the family a little bit.
And that
So-
kind of makes sense then, because it seems like you've always had something on the burner, and then this year's been quiet. That's why I figured too that there's more cooking in the flow pan, is what I thought. It's like, okay.
No, I'm an avid outdoorsman. I love to hunt. I love to fish. I love to
Right.
gold prospect. And I've had to put my hunting sort of on the back burner for the past few years just because of everything that's gone on. And this year I said, you know what? My butt's going to get in the woods this year, and I'm going to do some hunting. So.
Sure, you've been busy. I don't know, Doc, if we asked you this question once before. We may have, but it's probably been a long time ago. Before you ventured into this lifestyle and stuff, what did you do?
Oh, I've always been in marketing and sales. So,
Okay.
and a lot of web development stuff and just overall sales and marketing.
Wow. And then you found your true passion,
Yeah, the true passion.
designing.
Got the fever.
Yeah, designing mining.
Yeah, it dragged me in. The business dragged me in. I didn't drag myself into it. So
Yeah. Isn't that the way it seems to go with prospecting and mining? It grabs a hold of you, and just that every
You wanna
waking
go.
hour you're thinking about it. How to make
yeah,
it
and I mean,
better.
I've always been that type of person. That's where I got my name, because I always have to fix stuff. You know, if there's something is wrong, if someone says to me, "Hey, this isn't doing something right," I can't sleep until I figure out a way to fix it.
Right.
That's just the way my mind works, you
Sure.
know. And that's sort of what gives me the ability to be able to look at something and say, "There's a better way to do this. How do we make this better?" And it can be something really simple, like I hate spray bars on a high banker. I mean, they give you a bath. You put dirt in, and the water shoots back up in your face. So how do we change that? So then we played around and played around and played around. Finally, came up with that destruction chamber where you got a single tube that shoots down the bottom and creates this huge washing, but you never get wet.
Right.
You know.
No, I agree. Right. I know from.
But it's the little stuff like that.
Sure.
That just
Right. Now, did you ever, you see a lot of products come and go over the years. Did you ever think that Goldhog would be what it is today?
Um.
I mean, it's blown up. I mean, it's huge.
I've
now.
seen. I saw the potential. I think. Because I've worked with so many smaller companies and helped them grow. So, but I don't think I've ever thought that we'd have the product line that we have.
Right, that's what I meant.
product line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the product line has grown by leaps and bounds compared to in the beginning. And you say,
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people don't realize. I mean, we've been doing this for 7 years.
Right.
We have 21. We have 21 patents. I mean, if you take a look at any prospecting company out there over the past, matter of fact, I forget who I was talking to. I don't know if it was Kevin Hoagland or Dominic from GPAA. But if you take a look at prospecting companies as a whole, and you take a look at technology development, and I'm tooting our own horn here, I don't think that there's another company in the past, let's say 5 to 7 years, that's done more for technology development in this business as far as the number of products and the improvements as we have done.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like in 7 years, you've got this great line of products now.
Right.
And from, like you said, from the flow pan, the multi-sluice, the Raptor, the Viper. I mean, the Viper you don't even produce no more, do you?
No, the Viper was replaced by the. Well, we sort of combined them, and we have the Raptor Flare, and then we have the Super Hog. So
right, and it's all great products. I know I got the Viper. I love the Viper. I know a couple people that have them, and they're just a great setup. You know, it's it's amazing. I just remember back in the beginning when you had the very first one. What was the first one called?
Stackable one?
Yeah. The stacking. Yeah, the stackable.
What was that
a lot
one
of people
called?
still have those. They love them.
Yeah. But what was that one called? I can't recall.
It was the Goldhog.
Oh, it was just the Goldhog. Right. It was just
the Goldhog stacking unit. We never really had a name. It was just the stacker unit.
I guess so.
Yeah, people have those. They love those things. And I get, at least once a month, I get an email from, because I leave old videos up, you know. People are like, I want that product. Sorry, it's discontinued. You pushed the wrong button.
Yeah, so that's discontinued too. So,
but that one got dropped, and I'll tell you why that one got dropped is that thing was expensive to make. I mean, production on that thing was extremely expensive. Mm-hmm. The labor on it was so intensive. I mean, it just got to the point where it was just getting too expensive to make it. Plus, once we came out with the Raptor Flare, you look at the Raptor Flare, and we got saying to ourselves, look, we can run more material more efficiently through the Raptor Flare than we can the stacking unit, and it's a lot less expensive.
Right.
So it just doesn't make sense to keep the stacking unit up there.
Right. But if somebody needed parts for it, are them still available? Could you get parts or make parts?
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to break on it.
Oh,
I mean, I think we usually keep a couple of spare parts around. If we ever discontinue something, we got like an attic area that we have up above the warehouse where we throw a lot of old stuff up there just in case something happens.
Okay, that's good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
And then we'll come back. We'll open up the phone lines and take some calls for you if you want.
Giveaway stuff.
Sound good?
All right.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
Tonight's show is sponsored by Goldhog Gold Prospecting Equipment. Visit them at www.goldhog.com and start finding your own gold today.
You're listening to Prospectors Radio on the Gold Prospectors Space Network. Phone lines are open. Have a question? Give us a call. 419-520-7574.
All right, everybody, we're back with our guest tonight, Doc from Goldhog. The phone lines are open at 419-520-7574. If you call, try to keep your questions short. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people calling in tonight. They always do when Doc's here. They have a bunch of questions, it seems like, so call away when you're ready. So are you ready, Doc?
I'm ready.
Ready to answer some fun questions?
Absolutely.
Ready to talk about what's that thing, that one thing I can never say? What the heck is it? Proportional.
Proportional force.
Yeah, that's the one. I can never get.
I always forget incremental processing.
Oh, maybe that was the one. It was one of the two. Incremental processing. I always get the two mixed up. It's like, dang it, why you got to use them big words?
I ain't real bright, but I can move heavy stuff.
Always confusing me. It's like,
that's why my wife keeps me around, just to move furniture.
That's right.
So you're a Sherpa?
Yeah, he's a Sherpa Doc. All right, here, let's take this first caller. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Lou Smith. I'm out here in Western Washington.
How you doing tonight?
Well, Doc's on the show. I wanted to give him some ideas of what I appreciate about Goldhog.
Well, you have him.
Go right ahead, Lou.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, man, how are you?
You're probably going to go down in history and remember the most for your mats, because I had all my equipment already. Combo, high banker dredge, a couple of high bankers, cleaner sluice and all that, and they're all Goldhog mats. And we are converting people just by them watching our equipment work. Right next to them, we get the gold and they don't. So your mats have changed the whole face of mining.
Well, thank you. When it's, when you finally figure it out, and some people have, a lot of people struggle with it, and I know they struggle with it, but when you finally figure them out and you finally get that tuning point, it's like, I'm done. Just run dirt.
That's the key, is tuning your equipment. After a while, it becomes old hat. You go up, you turn it on, and you look at it, and adjust this, adjust that, and bam, you're in there sucking with the dredge.
So you're up in Washington. Are you doing beach stuff, or are you on actual pay material?
We have our club, Goldhog. Yeah, I'm all right. Bedrock Prospectors has a couple of miles of claims on the old famous Pashaston Creek up in the Cascades in Chelan County, and we use those, except right now they're under about 4 feet of snow. But in the summertime, or in the winter when we can't get up there, we go to the beach, and we go to some of the local areas that are open to the public up here.
Yeah, and what they limit, what do they have? Is Washington State the one that has the square footage on the sluice?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends. 3 square feet of riffle area, anything that collects gold, except if you get what's called a hydraulic permit, HPA.
Right.
It's an exception granted to you by the bio that runs your area to let you use more. You can go up to 10 square feet if you have an HPA.
Right.
Which most of us get for that reason. And fortunately, we can also dredge year-round on our claims up there because the fish don't bother us on that creek. Outside of your mats and your videos, people have got to watch your videos. You can have the greatest race car in the world, but if you don't know how to drive it, you're not going to win.
Yeah, I mean, I send people videos all the time, and I probably need to go in and start organizing some when we were talking about that year, and maybe because some of them it's hard to find subject matter on, because I blend subject matter into a certain trip, and I'm like, you know what, I need to sort of start breaking some of these out by subject matter too. But yeah, I mean, it's especially this time of year, a great time to watch videos, man. You either shovel snow or watch videos.
I don't know how many times I've watched your videos over, because you always learn something, no matter what. You watch them again, you'll pick up something you missed the first time. Well, I'm going to get out of the way and let somebody else call in and talk to you, but just wanted to know, I think your mats are probably the greatest thing that's ever happened to the small gold miner, and
Thanks,
it lets
brother.
us get stuff that we were washing away in the past.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and thank you.
All righty, take care, Doc.
All right, be safe.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling.
Wow, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really, really great. You know? So
Really great.
Really,
I'm
really
just,
warm inside.
really honored to be here.
All right, here's another one. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my name's Todd Gibson.
How are you
Calling
tonight?
from Bakersfield, California.
How are you, Todd?
Todd or Tom?
I'm wonderful. Todd.
Todd, what's up, buddy?
Nothing, I just called. I wanted to call and say hi to Doc, tell him I appreciate what he does, and most of the stuff that I've learned from gold mining from watching his videos.
Man, there you go.
We need to do a show, don't we?
There's that warm, fuzzy feeling again.
I know.
We need to do an outdoor channel. You know, I've been contacted like 10 times by those people that do the prospecting shows.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, dude, you don't have enough money to get me on one of those shows.
Not if it's something crazy, like they're going to drop you off in all these bear countries and stuff like that.
You got to get naked.
Yeah.
And then get in the water, and Todd's going to go with you. It's like, dude,
I don't know if my wife would like
That's
that one.
scary. Yeah.
So, what are you doing out in California, Todd? Are you mostly just panning and sluicing?
Yeah, I'm running a Goldhog sluice box that I bought from Doc, and I made a little grizzly to go on the front of it to knock off those 6 inch and bigger rocks, and it works out pretty dang good.
Cool.
But I run water through that thing full blast, and I lose very, very little. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what, a matter of fact, where was I? I was just up somewhere, and I was running my sluice. Oh, I think it was at the last LDMA outing up at the Loud Mine. I was setting up my sluice, and just, that's what I love about it. I mean, I watch shows all the time. I'm not going to mention names, but I was watching a show the other day, and they had a sluice box set up, and it was like they're classifying and classifying and classifying. I'm like, dude, oh my God, help me. End my life now, please. But it's just like, get some water flow, dump that stuff in there, and just let it roll.
Yep. I can't stand
Well, Doc, I just want to say you're my hero. Thank you for talking to me, and I'll let somebody else get in here.
All right, brother. Be safe. Good luck.
Thanks for calling, Todd.
You.
Take care.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, and by the way, Todd, you suck being in California. It's probably like 60 degrees out there.
Probably.
70
Yeah,
degrees out there.
it's probably nice and toasty warm where he's at.
I can say that this week because I've been out in a damn tree stand for 15 degrees.
Ain't no way. That's why I quit deer hunting. It's too cold out there for me. I can't take it no more. Yeah.
I need to own stock in handwarmer.com or something.
Get you one of them electric coats. There's another.
No, you know what I did this year? Last month, or a couple of weeks ago, I knew that this cold weather was coming in, so I went and got me. I needed one anyways. I got a new sleep bag, one of these camouflage, big, oversized, down to -30 rated. So I just pull myself inside that, and I'm all toasty.
That's what we used to do. Same, work like a charm. Here's another caller for you. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Guy Clark from Arizona.
How are you, Guy?
What's up, Guy?
Hey, doing pretty good. I just wanted to say to Doc, thank you for the awesome mats that you put out. I mean, I've actually bought several different types of equipment. I mean, all the way from Dream Mat down to making my own sluice, and I seem to always resort back to putting a Goldhog mat at the end of my sluice, and I seem to catch stuff there too. I can't explain it. I don't know if I'm setting up angles wrong with other equipment, but I do know that when I do have my Goldhog at the end of my sluice in front of, the front part, I find it going past what I've set up before the Goldhog mats, so it leads me to believe that I need to buy more Goldhog.
Yeah, I mean, and especially, I'll tell you, a good example for people is to take a look at one of the videos where I'm running our Raptor flare with an extension. And, I say this all the time, but if you haven't watched a proportional force video, you want to say that for me, Tim?
Nope. You're wrong.
If you haven't watched a proportional force video, watch the proportional force video, and you sort of understand the concept that I pass along to commercial operations. I work in what you're saying right now, Guy, is the same thing that these commercial ops are saying. It's funny. A lot of people think that commercial ops know what they're doing. They have no clue. And I say that all the time. I can send just about any prospector I know down to these commercial ops I work with, and they can teach the commercial ops how to catch gold better sometimes and how to tune their equipment. Excuse me.
Right.
But if you watch it, the Raptor flare, it starts off with aggressive matting, then it goes down to the Razorback and downdraft, then it goes into the mother load, and that final with the extension on it. And a lot of it has to do with volume too. I mean, you can if you start to do that other stuff where you start to add different things and different capture zones, you'll find, hey, I'm also catching gold down here. But I appreciate the compliments, man. I mean, like I said, it's all about the tuning. If you get something down there and it works, and I don't know what else to say. I appreciate the compliment.
Right. I know. I had one of your Goldhog minis, and I had the top box extended 4 inches in length and height, and which accommodated or let me accommodate a 3-inch dredge hose to the back of it. And I'll tell you what, it worked really good. And then I moved to Arizona, and now Randy, Scotty, Tony has your mini high banker that I extended the top box on, and he does really well with it. But which I miss it very, very much, because dry washing is such of a hard task to go out and dig Arizona dirt. If we had water here, I wouldn't have traded or wouldn't have got rid of, the high banker dredge. So
yeah, I know. I get emails. I get emails at least once a month. Are you guys gonna ever make a dry washer? I'm like, dude, no, no water, no play.
No techie, no washy.
You don't serve booze in your state? I'm out of here. We'll see you.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys let somebody else get in on the line. And Doc, we really appreciate you, and Gold Prospector Space Radio, we appreciate you guys too.
Thank you.
Thanks, guy.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks for
thanks,
calling.
Guy.
Yep.
All right, you take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
All right.
Let's give away something.
Ooh, yes. Let's do that.
Okay. Caller, hang on.
We gotta play that stupid music.
Oh, wait.
No, we don't have to. We don't have to play that stupid music at all.
Gosh.
Okay, we're gonna give away a bag of concentrates or flow pans, so they have a choice.
They get a choice this time.
2-gram bag of concentrate or a flow pan.
Okay, and the rules are like always. You need to be in the Gold Prospector Space chat room to be eligible to win, because that way you can say you're here and we can see you. You'll have 1 minute 30 seconds to answer that you are here, so we can see you. It's that simple. I mean, it don't get no easier. So if your name is called, just answer in the Gold Prospector Space chat room that you're here, and you win. It's that simple. So whenever Kathleen's ready, and I won't play the stupid music.
I'm ready.
Go for
I
it.
just go on Facebook and look for trolls while you're doing this. You guys suck because you make us listen to the show to win products.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, really? Go away.
Right, exactly. We
Swear to God, I just deleted that comment.
Really, because we don't even want you to listen if you feel that way, right? It's like, God. Man.
Oh my God, I'm like, really?
All right,
Wow,
Kathleen.
you gotta listen to the show. Oh my God.
You ready? You ready, Kathleen? Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, I was
there-
on mute.
there-
Sorry.
I was wondering. I'm like,
Good
Kathleen?
job, Kathleen.
Sorry.
I guess the souffle is done.
All right, let's hear
All
it.
right, I have a name. It is Jeff Hebling.
I know that name.
How do you spell that?
Did I pronounce it right?
Hell, I don't know how to pronounce it. I just
Well, he's here already.
Oh, there he is.
I don't think he cares. He just wants.
Jesus,
Yay!
All right, congrats, Jeff. Now, big question. Do you want the flow pan or the concentrates?
Ooh.
See?
Answer which one you want.
I wouldn't let you guys off that easy.
You know, I thought it worked, Doc. I thought by you calling it stupid like I call it stupid, that he wouldn't play it. But he doesn't care about his guests.
he
Fake
said,
music. It's
he
fake
said
music.
flow
I'm telling you,
pan
fake
is
music.
what he said.
He wants a flow pan.
Flow pan. Congratulations, Jeff. Where's my ink pen at? Man, oh man.
They actually give you sharp objects?
Not too often. I smuggled this one.
Where's my crayon? Honey, where's my crayon?
I can't even have a Sharpie because of the name. Let's see if I got that spelled right. Probably not. Let me see. Yeah, close enough. Flow pan for Jeff. That is awesome. Very cool.
Shad is back from
Oh,
making the
good.
souffle.
So he can get this, he can get this
he will
information.
side chat
Yeah.
you, Jeff.
Already got him.
Oh, he's already on it.
All right,
See?
here's another caller for you. This is our good buddy John Shaw. Hey, how you doing tonight, John?
Doing great in wet Texas, but doing great. Hey, wet's better than cold.
Yes, it is.
What's it
What's
like
up,
down
John?
there?
Oh, I think we're probably about 40, 45 degrees, something like that, and it's raining.
Hey, I'll take
Me
that.
too. All day. All day.
Oh, yeah. I just want to say hello to everybody and say hello to Doc.
What's up, brother?
Oh, not a whole lot. I appreciate the help when I getting the mat situated on my cleanup sluice for part of it. And like I say, I kind of run it Frankenstein. I use a little bit of everybody, but I'm trying to catch as much as I can the first run through.
I hear you, brother.
Definitely.
Texas. Man, I mean, you know what? I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of prospectors in Texas this month. I don't know why.
'Cause it's
A
Yeah,
lot
like I
of them.
say,
I mean, like,
I probably.
like
Oh, go
a
ahead.
bunch.
Go ahead, John.
I was going to say I got, like I say, I got, what, 12 foot of cleanup sluice, so it room for a little bit of everybody, but like I say, make sure I catch, like you say, catch 95% of the gold first run, and you're good to go.
That's it.
Oh.
Reduction. That's the whole principle of cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely.
And like I say, I also run when I do my pan, I pan everything into a tub, and then everything that goes into the tub gets run through the cleanup.
Yep.
And then you get the pan again.
Mm-hmm. Starts with the pan, ends with the pan, right, John?
Oh, that's it.
That's
But like I say, you get to have a lot of fun. Hopefully, a couple of weeks, I'll be doing another demo at the nursing home.
that's good.
They got that 102-year-old gal that keeps asking when I'm coming back.
That's awesome. Heck yeah.
He's cute.
That's what it is, John.
She likes him young.
Yeah.
That's right.
Did you see his butt crack?
But like I say, I just wanted to say hello to everybody and hope that their new year goes great. And that flow pan looks wonderful. I'm gonna have to get me one, even if I'm not in an area where there's anything. I still want one of those pans.
you gotta have it, right, John?
That's it.
Awesome, brother. Let us know how the nursing home thing goes, okay? Like always.
I sure will.
All right,
Y'all
brother.
have a great time.
All right, have fun. We'll talk to you soon.
All
right,
right.
John.
Take care, buddy. Bye, John.
Bedpan.com.
Yeah, nursing pan.
That's horrible. God, it's a gold pan.
Yeah. All right, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Brian Bedard.
Brian Bernard. How are you tonight, Brian?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing okay. You got a
Brian?
question?
Yeah, my wife bought me a Raptor Flare 2.0 for Christmas and the pump and everything. I don't think between me and my kids we're going to be able to feed that thing as hard as Doc says. And I was wondering if there's any issues with migration or if it's going to, is it okay if I just let it run while we're digging? Or
adopt
should I
some
shut it
kids. That's what we do.
We have 5 teenagers.
Yeah, we just adopt them. Get those buckets out. Yeah, no, that question comes up a lot. In other words, so if I have my unit running and I'm running pay material in it, can I walk away from it and let it run? And I tell everyone the same thing, answer your own question. And the way that you do that is when you're about to walk away from it, those cement black mixing tubs? I usually have one around for panning and stuff. Just take that tub when you're about to walk away, put it on the end of your sluice, let it run into that tub. Then when you bring your dirt back to the unit, pull the tub out, and then run your dirt. Then what I want you to do is, since your unit's been sitting there running without pay in it, and it's been running bare water through it, and it's been going into that tub, after a couple of those little sessions, I want you to go pan out that tub and answer your own question. And the reason being is sometimes for some people you might have a little bit of what we call migration. So if you're in an area, let's say you're running in BC or up in Canada, and you have every pan you do, you have 40 colors in it, and it's 100 and 200 mesh. Believe it or not, that happens up there. So you go up there, and every pan you take has 20 to 40 colors. That's super, super fine stuff. And so if you let something run, they might have a little bit of migration on it. But if you're in an area where most of the gold is medium-sized gold or whatever, you just answer your own question. So when you stop, put a tub under the end of it, let it run, and go get your dirt, and that way you don't worry about it. If the gold comes out of the sluice, it's going to go in the tub. But do that, and then pan that out and see if there is any gold. And that way you're like, dude, I've done this 100 times. I've tested and tested and tested. I know for a fact I'm not losing gold when I walk away from my high banker and I'm just running water through it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, and I've answered that question numerous times for people, because that question comes up a lot. I mean, there are a lot of people. I have 1 or 2 people, and we're going up to get dirt, and the high banker's running. We don't want to shut the pump off. Am I losing gold out of the end? I tell them the same thing. Answer your own question. Put a tub under it when you're about to walk away. Go walk away, get your stuff. When you're about to start running pay again, pull the tub out, drain the water out of it, or just pull it aside, then start running all your pay. Once you're done, the water's clear, put the tub back under it, and then walk away from it. And what you'll end up seeing is you'll see a little bit of black sand eventually starts to migrate down into the tub, and you might see a speck or two of gold down there, but the majority of your gold is going to stay in the mats. I did a video. I'm trying to think which video it was. I did a video of, we did a stripping run. I want to say, I can't remember where it was, but I was testing this new little battery, and we set it up, and I did like I had like 4 or 5 grams of gold sitting in the washer mat, just sitting there, and we left that thing run, and we let it run for 45 minutes, just bare water. I just want to test the battery, so I just left the gold. You could see the gold sitting in the mat, so I just let it run for 45 minutes, bare water, and just the gold didn't move, so. But you got to test it,
All right. Did that answer your question?
Yes, that did answer my question. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for calling in tonight.
Get some more kids.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, there you go.
Have a great night, buddy.
Yep, you do.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm going to try that answer at work when they ask me a question. Like, answer your own question.
Answer your own question, and here is how. Here is how you do that.
I like that answer. Yeah.
Isn't that great? I love that.
That is.
Yeah, it is.
That's a real good.
But one of the reasons for that, answer your own question, is your answer might be different based on the material and the goal that you're doing, because I can't necessarily answer your question because I don't know the information, or I don't know all the specs and all the information to give you a good answer.
True. Oh, here's somebody calling it. We haven't heard from them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Know the information, or I don't know all the specs and all the information.
All right, caller. You need to turn your speakers down.
Yeah. When you're calling the Rush Limbaugh show, you need to turn on your speakers.
All right, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
All I had to do was just hit the mute button every now and then.
Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Who is this?
Hi, Tim. It's Kevin.
I know who it is. What's happening?
I need some new mat for my flow pan.
You got the guy on the line you need to talk to.
Doc?
Who is this?
Hey, Doc, it's Kevin.
Oh, the sexy guy.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Wow. Uh-oh. I think we're going the wrong way. I came in right as you were talking about the conversation you and I had at your shop about the patents and things that you've been doing and so on and so like that. And I typed in real quickly that you absolutely have every right to toot your horn very, very loudly. So I wanted to say that because it's, I was excuse me, I'm still fighting the back end of the cold, but it's just, Goldhog is Goldhog, and the number of patents and everything else that you've been doing have just absolutely changed an incredible amount of things. So with that said, I need a new mat for my flow pan.
What'd you do now? You lost it.
I didn't lose it. I live in Arizona. What does that mean?
Oh God, here we go. The no H2O.
One of those crazy Arizonians.
The no H2O people.
Yeah.
All right, let's ban this guy.
Exactly.
Blocked.
Exactly. Well, you know that I recently found a different pan that I've been using for dry panning. And I was sitting out in the backyard the other day, and I was looking at, and I was using my flow pan, and love it, by the way, absolutely love it. And I was looking around at some of the other equipment, and it's like, okay, what even comes close to what this thing is capable of doing? And I have an old roto pan, and most people don't even know what a roto pan is. But that was about the closest thing that had ever been invented to get things down to to concentrate like that. But you still had to classify. And I started thinking about that, and I thought, next time I go out, I'm going to take the flow pan with me into the desert. And Doc, it's the best frickin' dry pan I've ever used. But
now don't say that because I just had someone email me and ask me if they could use it in the desert. I said, no.
Hell out of that.
No, you cannot.
No, don't do it.
It's made for water.
I know that, but I don't live near water. And the place that I've been going lately, there is no way that I'm going to lug 20 gallons of water in on my back along with all my other gear.
Oh, jeez.
So you've used it dry?
Yeah, I did. I used it dry, and one of them I just I took some cons, I took some other stuff, dropped a gram in that I had, and wanted to see how it did, and absolutely shocked that I dropped a gram in and got a gram and 2 grains out.
Huh.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, I'd like to see.
Well, it had to have been a little bit in the material that I was using, but it actually did, and I'm not going to recommend it because I think I've already hurt the mats, with some of that stuff that's in there. But I just wanted to tell you that, I had to try it. I absolutely had to try it, and I love it.
I figured you would. But that's good though. That's a good test. I mean, I wonder what mat you'd use for a drive. Maybe a UR or something with less riffling in it.
I
don't know.
Well, actually, I'm thinking something a little bit more aggressive.
Huh.
Maybe a little bit more aggressive, but yeah, my concern is that just like breaking the top off the mat with that much dry material coming across it and just kind of rolling the edges. But yeah, UR might work. I'm willing to try it. I was kind of joking or laughing when I started doing it, and at the end of the after about 30 or 40 minutes and a couple of 5-gallon buckets later, and I dumped it into another pan, and I took a look at it, just dropped a little bit of water out of a jar in it, and just went, wow, okay. I don't think he probably thought about somebody doing this.
Yeah, no, I never even thought about using it for dry panning. I'm just not a dry guy, so you are the dry guy.
I am the dry guy. So.
Kevin the dry guy.
Mr. Dry.
Kevin the dry guy. Yeah. But I wanted to throw that out at you, and thank you for everything that you've done. You know, it's just don't worry about the dry washer. You already got it. It's the flow pan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. I appreciate it, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Kevin Hoagland,
Right,
Mr. No H2O.
Yeah, Mr. Dry Guy.
No H2O. So. All right, gang, have a wonderful evening. I went out and played this afternoon, and I got to get all my gear. I got to get all my gear situated. So I'm going to turn the speakers up and listen as I'm stowing gear.
All right.
Well,
Thanks
take
for
some
calling.
pictures. Take some pictures of that dry stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to do more than that.
Okay.
I'm working on a video for it.
There you go.
You'll get the video. Yeah, you'll get. I'll send the videos directly to you and let you do with it whatever you want.
Great. Now I'll have to do instructions for dry panning for a flow pan. I have no idea how the hell to do it.
Yep.
I'll you know what? I'll do it as an instructional video for you.
There you go.
Better yet.
All right, brother.
All right, gang.
Thanks for calling,
Have a
Kevin.
wonderful evening. Thank you.
Night.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, Kevin.
Again, that was Kevin Hoagland, Mr. No Water H2O.
Dry Guy, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, Doc. What really impressed me more than anything else was 2 years ago when I sold Tim that backpack sluice, and he put the hog matting in it, and he ran it. I don't know how long did you run that with the mats in backwards. We were at Bill's.
I still, I'll put them in either way anymore because I know.
Hey, he ran. I couldn't tell you how many hours he ran that mat backwards.
It was
and
a tank
did a
of
clean
gas.
out and had good gold in it.
Oh, it was a tank of gas for sure. I ran out the whole tank before I pulled the mats, and I was like, okay.
It was amazing. And when he finally realized it, I was like, "Oh my God, you ran that mat backwards and it caught all that gold."
You should see him change his oil.
I know. It's tough to get it up into that hole in the bottom of the car. I have a hard time getting oil up in there. It takes me forever.
It said washer fluid, but I put it in there anyway.
I still ain't found that blinker fluid spot. Keep looking. Hey, it catches it backwards. It don't matter what direction I put mine in. It's gonna catch gold. I've proved it. So.
And you did it. You did it twice too, didn't you?
Yeah, because I had
not just once.
Because I had bolt holes where I bolted it down. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and keep running it like this. I might as well until I get a chance to fix this. So yeah, it worked. I caught plenty of gold. I was happy. So
I was, yeah.
That's I've ran them since. That's all I run in my box. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Do we need a commercial, or are we going to give away something?
We'll let Kathleen go ahead and get a name.
Okay. Another flow pan? Or,
No, we're going to do the high banker right now.
Ooh, the high banker.
And of course, if someone's already got a high banker and they want a flow pan, they can do it. They can change it because this is the old Raptor. So
Okay. And I like to repeat my rules every time. 1 minute, 30 seconds to answer in the Gold Prospector Space chat room that you are here. That's where you need to be. If you're not here, that's where you need to be. If your name is called, because that's where Kathleen pulls the names out of. It's out of the Gold Prospector Space chat room. And if
Yes.
she calls your name, you'll have 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer in the chat room that you are here. So, Kathleen,
I have a
whenever you're
name.
ready.
Shad Biffle. Dang it.
It is David Olson.
David Olson.
Come on down.
David Olson, and I won't play the music this time.
I've heard that name too.
David Olson.
David Olson. Dun, 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 dun,
Sorry,
dun,
need my
dun.
cough button.
No, that's okay. I just like to.
Yeah, so he can have a Raptor, or he can have the original Raptor, which is a non-flare unit, or he can have a flow pan. Either one.
Oh, there he is. He's here.
There he is.
Yay.
I am here. So
Yay!
now, David, big question: do you want the Raptor or a flow pan? We'll see what he says.
Dude.
This
Oh,
is
the
where I
chat
like
room's going crazy.
I know,
So
right? Come on, David. Let's see what you would like. What do you prefer, the Raptor or a flow pan? You have 1 minute 30
Probably
seconds.
fainted
to decide.
from the excitement.
you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to decide, or you.
And then we choose for you.
Yeah.
Please just choose.
Oh,
Either way, they're big and beautiful.
oh
but
David wants the
Flow
flow
pan.
pan. All
I've
right.
got a flow pan. All right.
All right, David, I'm writing it down. Let's see. Very cool. All right. Now we can do a quick commercial.
Ready.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com. The best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
Tonight's show is sponsored by Goldhog Gold Prospecting Equipment. Visit them at www.goldhog.com and start finding your own gold today.
All right, everybody, we're back with our guest, Doc from Goldhog. And this caller's been calling for a while. Let's see if we can't get him in there. All right, hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is 573-823-3183, Columbia, Missouri.
Okay, what's your name?
Steve Thomas.
How are you tonight, Steve?
I'm doing good.
You got a question for Doc?
Yes, I just got the hog pan for Christmas, and I was just wondering if this flow pan replaces that, or
No, we still sell
it just
both.
Makes it
we
more
were just
portable.
talking about that earlier in the show. They're both really kind of different, but same sort of products. I mean, it's just that the flow pan is just really more so. It's more collapsible. But as far as the amount of material you work and how much you can work, they're probably pretty close to the same.
Okay, I was just wondering if I was going to have to trade that in.
No.
Or get something else, but I do want to get the multi-sluice to hopefully process all this material I'm going to be getting with the hog pan.
I don't go anywhere without my multi-sluice anymore, or I don't work concentrates without it. I mean, if you ever watch any of the multi-sluice videos, especially that stripping step.
That seems to be the big problem with what I've collected so far. And it's not terrible.
That final stripping step on the multi-sluice. I mean, and Kevin has a multi-sluice and he knows it. But I mean, just being able to take half a 5-gallon bucket or whatever of concentrates, and let's say you have concentrates. Let's say you have about a quart of super concentrates that you've concentrated down, and be able to run that through the multi-sluice on the washer mat setting and strip it down to 2 tablespoons. I mean, it's all the difference in the world. I mean, that last stripping step, if nothing else, is what I use more than anything else.
I had a question. If washing out the hog pan just into like a 5-gallon bucket, would there be any benefit in putting a 1/4-inch screening on top of it?
No.
Okay.
No, just bring everything home, because what state are you in?
I'm in Missouri, but I'm looking to retire and move out to around the Reno area.
Yeah. If you're going to go out that way, I mean, you never know what you run into nugget-wise, too. So I hate to throw away anything that's in my pan. So if I have something, I run it to the hog pan, I'm bringing it home, because I've seen people just about throw away 3 or 4 gram nuggets because they're classifying too much.
Man.
Wow. Well, I'd like to be on ground like that.
Yeah. If I see someone, I'll tell you this much, like if we're in Georgia, if I see someone classifying to 1/8 of an inch and running material only running the 1/8 of an inch, when they leave, I'll go rerun. I'll go grab all of their plus 1/8, and I can't tell you how many times I found pickers above 1/8 of an inch.
Wow. Oh wow!
In their piles, it happens all the time. All the time.
Well, is this Doc I'm talking to?
Yeah, that's me. That'd be me.
Goodness. Well, I love watching your videos, and I've just learned so much from it.
Cool, man. I'm glad to help.
And I don't even want to look at anything with riffles or extended metal anymore.
Those damn riffles.
Dang gum riffles, yep.
Dang gum riffles.
All right, well, thank you for calling
today.
All right,
brother.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, be safe.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, here's another caller for you. All right, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Tim, it's Paul from Somerset.
Hey, Paul, how are you, buddy?
Hey, hanging in. I just got a quick question for Doc.
Yeah.
In regards to the multi-sluice.
Go ahead.
Hey, Doc, a question. I know the multi-sluices come with 1100 GPH on the systems, but I have a friend of mine that's trying to get away using a 500. What would you suggest on trying to get away with using such a low pump on that system?
Get them a gift certificate to bilgepumps.com. I just don't think you can do it.
I told him, worst comes to worst, hit eBay up.
I mean, you can get those things for like $20. You can get an 1100.
I try to play with the water flow that way.
Yeah, because the 500 GPH, what's going to end up happening is when you put in your number one mat, you're going to end up having rooster tails. And so you'll have air pockets behind a lot of your riffles because the water's not deep enough. So it really is, it's about the water depth. That's why when you put in your number one mat, you have to go with 1100 GPH. You can't really restrict it down anymore. Now, if you're just running the washer mat, you can probably get away with the 500. But
yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just running the second stage mat.
Yeah, he could probably get away with that. You put it in I put it in the fine gold mode and restrict it way down sometime, but 500 would probably run the washer mat. But if you're just running the washer mat, you'd be okay with the 500, but you can't run that number one mat on 500. It's just not deep enough water-wise.
Yeah, because he's using it for material that he's ball milled.
Yeah.
So we're talking about running powder at that point.
Yeah, if you're crushing down to, we have a lot of crushing ops that use it, and I mean, if you're crushing down to 50, if you're crushing down to 100, if you're crushing down to 200, whatever size you're crushing down to, again, it gets back to that proportional force thing where you just need to, tuning is going to be the key to it. You just got to play with it till you get it tuned right, and once you get it tuned right for your material, again, answering your own question, play with it and figure it out.
That's why I told him to study your videos, and I sent them each and every one of them, from proportional to incremental to the multi-sluice videos. I told him to study them.
All right, brother. Well, it should work. It should work with the 500 if he's using that washer mat.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night and enjoy. I hope you have a good season this year down there.
Thanks,
Can't wait to see more vids. Bye.
All right. Bye, Paul. All right. Here's another one for you. They're lined up, Doc. All right, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Chris calling for Cool Gold Tools. Happy New Year to everybody out there.
Hey, Chris. Happy New Year.
I have a boring question that is going to bring this entire show tonight to a screeching halt.
Uh-oh.
My question is, Doc, I've been watching your videos for a while, and the way that you approach things and the way that you do things, what is your background? Are you like an engineer or just a guy that's been doing this?
I'm a genius.
Some of the methodology that you use
he's
is
just
very
a guy.
thorough.
He's just another guy.
No, I just, I actually, I did some teaching. I sort of have a teaching. I've figured out how to teach things, and the way that I learned how to teach things, especially to youth, a lot of youths, having to teach younger people, is stop trying to be smart. My father-in-law actually was born. Here's a quick story. This will sort of teach it. My father-in-law was born in Osceola, Georgia. Half the people didn't have shoes, and he ended up getting, 2 master's degree, a PhD. And one of the things he said years ago that it really strikes true is, a lot of times people try and talk smart, and it makes them sound dumb. So I don't try and impress people with how smart I am. What I try and do is I try and talk to people very straightforward and use very straightforward language. I use small words, and I don't try and impress people to say I'm smart, because I'm not. I'm not extremely well educated, but I've figured out how to sort of get a message across and how to teach people in just plain English. And I think that comes across, and that's what I try and do when I think about it. I try and blend that message, and then and then the other thing I do is I look at people that I respect that are on TV, like Mike Rowe. Take Mike Rowe as an example. Mm-hmm. He's just a down-to-earth guy, has a very conversational type thing, and you just try and just put yourself in a place where, hey, what does the average guy need to learn? How does he want to hear it? How do you present that? And that's sort of what I do with it.
What was your eureka moment for you deciding how you're going to design your different mats that you use in your sluices?
There really wasn't a eureka moment. The main thing is how do we? Here's one of the problems I had to solve. So you have all these different sluices that have all different GPHs running through them. So you have someone that's running an electric high banker that's 8 inches wide, and they're running an 1100 GPH pump, and then you got a 4-inch dredge that's blasting 3-inch water through it. So how do I make different mats that are different velocities? Plus, this guy's high banker is 9 inches wide, this guy's 14, this guy's 18 inches. How do you make it so that they all fit into it? And that's where we sort of came up with that system of the mats that everyone thinks is backwards when I tell them it's 6 inches long and 36 inches wide. But you can alternate the matting in it, and you can cut it any width. And that was probably the biggest obstacle for me was I can make any matting, I can make anything as far as the the tuning and the velocity rating of it, but how do I make it so that it's all interchangeable and will fit any sluice? And that was probably the biggest hurdle that I over. After that was done, then it was just a matter of just coming up with designs and just testing out different exchanges and just playing with different things. It really just comes down to playing with different stuff.
That's interesting. Yeah, you had mentioned your shop and so on. How many folks do you have working for you?
It varies based on the time of the year, but we have a main shop that we have probably about, sometimes we have 7 or 8 people in that main shop, and then we have a sub shop that does a lot of our high-end fabricating stuff, and they have up to 20, 25 people down there. So, wow. I mean, it just depends on the time of the year that we do it. So,
well, I think it's great. I mean, I've enjoyed watching your videos for a while now, and it just I just find that it's fascinating, the methodology and how you come up with the stuff. I just find it interesting, and I just wanted to tell you that, and I just wanted to, and I'll get off the line now, but I just wanted to wish everybody there a happy and a prosperous New Year.
Cool, Ben. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks,
it easy,
buddy.
Y'all.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year's, buddy. Very cool. Yeah, that answers a lot of questions. All in one fell swoop.
I'm tired now.
I know, right? It's like, geez.
Kathleen, take over, please.
Yeah. Kathleen,
you don't want her to do that.
Yeah, it seems like the multi-sluice definitely is a big hit since it came out, and a lot of people are using them. Is that one of the best-selling items you have, Doc? Probably the multi-sluice.
I don't know. It's pretty evenly spaced. I think the Raptor Flare, High Banker is probably our best-selling unit, our best-selling product. I mean, our mats. Mats are real popular.
Right.
Flow Pan obviously is going to be real popular this year. I mean, because there are lots of good panning products out there. There's a bunch of different stuff out there. One of my golden rules in business is you never talk bad about your competitors.
Right.
That's my golden rule in business.
Right.
You never say a negative word, and you can go through every single video I have, and if you can find me talking bad about a manufacturer's product, I'll give you $1,000. No, I won't. But if I can maintain that for 7 years and have 127 videos online and never talk bad about another person's product, my philosophy is if you can't sell your product through features and benefits and customer comments and referrals and just basically how good your product is and talking about your product, then you're a weak company and you're a weak-minded person. Mm-hmm. If you got to go out there and badmouth other people, you're a weak person.
Agreed. Makes sense. That's why you're such a popular guy.
Now, when I get home, beep. That sound like Tony Beats.
Everybody loves Doc, don't they, Doc? That's what it seems like. You got a lot of fans here tonight listening to you, and that's great. And we always appreciate when you come on the show. It definitely draws a crowd for sure, and we thank you for that. Like always, we thank you for everything you do for us. I know I can't thank you enough. It's all I got.
Sounds like
though.
A memorial service.
Yeah, it's all.
Rest in peace.
He was just a great guy. He really was. Doc was a great guy. He was beautiful.
Yeah,
handsome.
Wait a minute.
Smart.
I didn't go there now. Dennis, Kathleen, you guys got anything else for Doc?
Let me see.
I love catching you off guard.
No, normally when you have them on, I have, I'm usually at work or I have to kind of sneak and call in and try to stump them or try to get them rattled a little bit. But
yeah, you didn't do none of that tonight.
I got to realize how famous he is tonight. I mean, man,
I know. I feel like I'm in the presence of greatness.
I know.
Yes. I gotta have.
Who told you could speak?
Oh wait, let's take one more caller. I think this is your buddy.
Oh God, here we go.
All right, hello caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey,
It
it's
is.
old Razor from Juneau, Alaska.
Oh, Razor!
That's perfect timing, Ray.
Is the bar closed already?
Hey,
What are you
how's
doing,
everybody
Raymond?
doing tonight?
Doing good. Doing real good.
What's the temperature up there? Well, let me see. I bet you we're colder than you.
33 degrees, and it's heavy fog.
It's colder here.
Yeah, it's colder here. That's pretty sad.
It is.
Hey,
Let's
I
see.
love my rainforest.
28
What can I
degrees.
say?
That's ridiculous.
Okay, I've got a few things I want to go ahead and cover. First of all, I got a brand spanking new Goldhog stream sluice on just before Christmas Eve, and I'll tell you what, guys, that thing is a beast.
Nice.
It was a little damaged, but it was good.
You know, I've actually seen my next door neighbor. He had the A52 with the riffles in it and the screen and the carpeting, and you know it was fairly heavy, but in the way of processing, setting up, and cleaning out and getting it done faster, I liked it. I really, really did like the Goldhog Stream Sluice better, but it ain't for some little wimpy kid that's going to hike out there 10 miles. That sucker's heavy.
Yeah, it's a beast. It is for sure. Hey, how do you like that? You know where the mat slides onto the flare?
That's what I was going to kind of ask about. How come you don't put just a little tiny bit of an edge curl on there on the very end of that flare? That way it'll grab that matting and you won't have to worry about that extra bolt hole.
Because we still want it. I just have this fear that someone's mat's going to go shooting down the stream. They're not
screw
gonna.
them. That way they got to buy more mats.
Yeah, we discussed that, and I said, no, and then we got to have that bolt in there. I can just see it now. All the emails, hey, I lost my mat. It wouldn't stay in.
Hey, by the way, your mats will sink. I did lose a set of mats years ago.
Yeah, I know. They do. They do sink.
Yep, the mats will sink, and they will go right downstream, and you will never find them again. Ever, ever, ever.
I think we pulled. I forget what it was. We pulled a mat one time out of a 5 or 6 inch dredge, and I don't know what happened, but that thing got out of the tub and it just took off down creek, and one of my guys was running like a banshee after it. Surprisingly, the gold was still in it. I was kind of shocked.
There's a selling point.
And okay, I'm going to go ahead and cover another one here. Kevin Hoagland. If Kevin Hoagland is still on there, he's all there. Oh, Mr. Dry was all saying that he couldn't get the gold out of the mats that he had. I've got some extra Yukon mat. If he's still on board, he can give me a call, and I'll hook him up with some Yukon mat and some mud mat to put in the bottom of that flow pan to give him a try with
Yukon,
that
Yukon
dry,
might work.
dry wash.
Yukon might work for him. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. And then I wanted to ask you one other question about the Goldhog flow pan, Doc. Now, would it be really hard for you guys to set up a die system to where you could actually stamp one side of that, since it's basically, 5 pieces, not counting the bolts, of course.
Right.
And actually stamp kind of a gold pan into one of the side pieces? It actually still have it the same edges, but actually just like a male and female die, you could stamp in a small gold pan that you could lift your the matting out of the bottom, put it in there, and then just actually pan it out. That way you're actually not carrying a real gold pan with you.
Have to think about that one.
Yeah, it'd be something to think about. I mean, that way it'd be stamped, and you're not actually having to carry one more thing. You know, I'm a lazy SOB, I tell you.
I know.
And if I can figure out a way to do it faster and not carry as much stuff, I'd rather do it.
Well, I'll tell you what I do. I forget who sells them. What's his name? The guy in South Carolina is it Prospector's Choice? But they sell these little small 6-inch pans, and that's what I've been taking with me. I take that little 6-inch pan with me, but it's a good little 6-inch pan. That's what I've been doing. But I actually thought about, it's funny you said that, because I said I wonder if we could take a piece of sandpaper, the square bottom on the flow pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, what if we took like a piece of sandpaper or something and just roughed that up and just made that bottom surface like aggressive, and then you could put your stuff in there and then just sort of just tap it, but you still wouldn't be able to pan it per se. But I know what you're talking about.
Right. Just a set of male and female dies. It would actually just press that aluminum.
Yeah, I don't know if we could do that or not. I don't even know if my shop could do that, to be honest. But it's an idea.
You got to go to Sears and Roebuck and buy a 20-ton press.
Something to think about.
Okay, let's see. What else did I want to cover? Hey, Doc, I'd really like to actually, not so much even Doc, but Tim, I'd like to go to one of the GPS outings sometime this year.
You can't get
you can somehow or another find a way to do it down
I
south.
think we have a leak.
Yeah, we had that mole.
Do we have a mole?
Mole.
I didn't talk about, Razor, how you called me yesterday and we talked about this.
I swear that's fake news.
That's a mole. Yep. Yeah, Ray, we was talking about maybe Georgia this year for a crony club outing. Okay.
Well, it depends on whether or not Doc's actually going to find us and tell us where the real gold is, or whether he's going to go ahead and shove us over there in the spot Y.
Oh, Ray, we can go explore and find it.
Put Ray on the tailings pile.
Yeah.
Oh, it's real good stuff over there, Ray. Just keep working it.
Yeah.
But somehow or another, I'd like to be able to take I made that vacation this last year down to California, and man, I had a blast. But
Okay.
it would be a lot more fun if I could actually go down there and then try to hook up with the entire GPS crew and really get a chance. And I'm not sure whether I want to run the high banker or the dredge. I'm not sure.
Well,
both.
Yeah, running both. Sounds like a plan, though, Ray. That's what we're going to work on. Okay, for sure.
And then one of the last things I wanted to bring up back onto the stream sluice again, and kind of also about what happened here this last week. I've been actually refining a lot of my gold lately, and I'm finding that I really do have a ton of impurities in my gold, and it really gives a heck of a testament to Goldhog mats when you think about how many gallons and gallons of water I'm running and how many yards of sand I'm running to get such an impure gold. I mean, the Goldhog mats are not only catching the sulfides and the galenas and the impure gold, but it's still exchanging out enough of the black sands and the blonde sands to still capture the gold.
That's probably a lot of that's due to though. Ray, if you talk to enough people, some people just don't understand tuning, and if you do it long enough and you watch it long enough, it really comes down to tuning, and you're real good at that now. I mean, you went through the school of hard knocks of tuning, and that's almost that's half the game. Half the game is a good product, and then half the game is tuning and just learning what you're running. So don't give me all the credit. It's a lot of credit to you.
Stream sluice, I mean, I went out there and it was cold. It was dang cold. And I just set it up, and I knew that was a bad spot, but I still managed to catch gold, even with a bunch of water running through that sluice box.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at that video, I had a lot of water running through it, and I still caught gold.
Yep. All right, brother. Well, we love you, man.
Yep.
We're gonna get you down here to Georgia, and we're gonna have you a good trip down here. So don't worry about it.
Right on, guys. Well, GPS, everybody has heavy golden pans this held next year.
Heck yeah, brother, you too.
Oh yeah,
that'd be sweet.
And we will talk to you soon. Take care, Ray. Very cool. Always good to hear.
We got one more thing to give away. We got to give away another option of they can choose gold concentrates or a flow pan.
Okay, we'll give Kathleen a minute, and you can answer this question from the chat room. Michael Walker asked, "Are you ever going to create a folding sluice?"
No.
Nope. Okay,
Nope,
Michael,
no folding sluice.
No folding sluice from Goldhog. Sorry.
Yeah,
my
there's
friend.
a few of them out there, and I just like. I mean, if I can't really do anything to improve it to make it, I'd rather have someone buy a folding sluice and then buy the mats.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
there you
replace
go.
it.
Right, they can always do that. That's true.
Yeah.
And look at it like that, but you're right. Just put the hog mats in it. Mm-hmm. Kathleen, you just tell us when you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
The next name that came up was Ben Dutton. Dutton.
Ben Dutton, 1 minute, 30 seconds to say you're
That's
here in
Dutton.
the chat room. Is it Dutton?
Dutton.
I'm just going to tell her she say it everyone's name.
I enunciated the T's. Dutton.
You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Ben Dutton. Dutton. I'm watching. Keep watching. Remember, 1 minute, 30 seconds to say you're here in the Gold Prospector Space chat room. Ben Dutton. And this is for a flow pan or the concentrates, right?
Yeah, say you're here in the chat.
Big, beautiful gold
win.
pan.
Big, beautiful flow pan.
Big, beautiful gold pan. This is gorgeous.
Awesome.
It'll be great.
It'll be great. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. You watch. People are going to love it. I can't do Trump. I always try and do a Trump voice, and I can't do a Trump voice. It's beautiful. Tell me.
What's that name again?
Dutton. Ben Dutton.
Ben.
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 Ben
Dutton.
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 27 seconds left, Ben.
If you're here, answer you're here in the chat room.
Tiki-taki. Man, it's going to suck if you don't say you're here. And somebody else.
He's probably going pee.
Probably. That's why you just cut it off half stream and run back and say, I'm here.
Better hurry, Ben.
Uh-oh, 2, 1. That's it.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
The iPhone rings.
The iPhone timer.
That sucks.
Crap, okay, stop. Dang, stop button wouldn't work. All right, well, Kathleen will pick another name. So, good luck, everybody. Kathleen, whenever you're ready, just say when.
I've got the name.
Okay.
Is Dan Rouse.
Dan Rouse.
I think I said it right.
Dan Rouse.
Rouse.
Timer has started, Dan Ralph. 1 minute, 30 seconds to say you're here in the chat room. Tick-tock again.
Is it Ralph or Rouse with an S?
Rouse.
Like
the grouse.
Yeah, like the grouse, but Rouse.
Or mouse.
Oh, there, he's here. Okay, Dan.
There we go.
All right, Dan, congratulations. Now for the big question. Flow pan or concentrates? What do you want?
I take flow pan.
Or a bag of Charmin.
Yes.
You want the Charmin? You want the flow pan? You want concentrates? It's really up to you.
We're going to make gold great again.
We're going to do it. It's going to be beautiful.
Which one did he pick?
I don't know.
The flow pan.
Flow pan for Dan.
Oh,
all right.
Dan
It's
wants
beautiful.
the flow pan.
Doc.
Yeah. I got to stop doing it.
No, it's fine.
No.
We enjoy it. You know, have fun with it. I think we've covered everything. I'm not sure. Kathleen, did you have anything else to add tonight?
No, I don't.
Well, I'll drop off of your show, and I appreciate you guys having me on. And let me know if there's anything you want. We do have, just so everyone knows, we do have the Coal Fever sale on. So I want to make sure everyone knows the Coal Fever sale. If you want anything for prospecting season, once that ends, we have no more sales while the season is on. Just so
Now,
everyone knows that.
What is that sale now? It's
If you go to the website, there's a link on it and shows everything that's on there, but it's 10% off any order over $200.
Oh, cool.
Plus, like, I think if you order a Raptor, you get 10% and a Clay Claw. If you order a Super Hog, you get some extra stuff. So, but it's the last sale that we run. The reason why we do it is this is kind of the slow time. So if you want to order now, because once we get busy, we don't do sales. We're just one price through the whole season. So
Right.
So yeah, check that out if you're going to be purchasing equipment. Now's the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Definitely save that 10%.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to drop off. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, Doc, for everything.
Thanks,
All right.
Doc.
See you guys.
All right,
See
you
ya.
take care,
Bye.
buddy. Bye, Doc. Awesome having Doc here. Now, don't go away, everybody, because we got to announce our Crony Club winners tonight for the Quarterly Nugget and for the dirt from our good friend, the Canadian Goldhog. Goldhog Frost. I can't even think. I'm like drawing a blank. I don't know. Anyhow, and Kathleen's got something for us too, I believe. Right, Kathleen?
I did prepare something. Do we have time?
Well, yeah, we always got time.
Okay.
We make time for that. You know?
Sure.
Go for
Or
it.
I can save it for next week. It's up to you.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I'll do it.
All right. Do it.
Producer Shad said do it.
Yeah,
Do
no.
it.
Did you hear that?
I heard him. I heard the producer. You
That's what I
roll.
heard.
Take it away, Kathleen.
Oh, you can do it now. I thought we were going to give our stuff away. Okay.
Well, no, you do your thing, and then we'll announce those winners.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay.
Well, we were talking about this, how I was doing a segment, once a month, but we missed December with all the festivities and whatnot. So we're going to do a closer look. I don't know if we've agreed with the name as a closer look with Kathleen, but
I think it's starting to sound pretty good.
I
think it's going to stick.
all right. Well, what we wanted to talk about today was Brunkow's cabin. This is known as the bloodiest cabin in Arizona history, and I don't know if any of you remember, we took a trip to Arizona last month, and this is one of the places that we visited. And it was really cool to see. So, I did some research and looked into the history of this cabin, and it's pretty interesting. So, here we go.
All right.
It's located about 1.25 miles northeast of the San Pedro River, and it's off Charleston Road. The reason why this cabin is known as the bloodiest cabin in Arizona is that it's said to have at least 22 people killed there, and they are also buried there in the surrounding area, so around the cabin. Brunkow Hill is 4,500 feet high, and that you can see it in the distance when you go there. You'll need to walk like 200 yards to the cabin because the road is on private. The road now is on private property, but the cabin is still actually located on BLM land. So really all that remains of the cabin is just the crumbling adobe walls, but there's rumors that after sundown, unsettling encounters of the unseen are there. So you'll hear a little bit about that later. Okay. But the story of Brunkow Cabin, I'll start with the person who built it. He was Frederick Brunkow. He was a Prussian-born German immigrant. He graduated from Berlin's Royal Mining Academy, and that was located in Germany. When he got his mining experience, he immigrated to Texas in the mid-1850s. So in 1856, he came to Tucson, Arizona, and was employed by Cincinnati's Sonora Exploring and Mining Company and became their field geologist. So this company had sent him to investigate the different areas in Arizona, and he became interested in the minerals that he found in the San Pedro River Valley. So in 1859, he created his own venture, the St. Louis Mining Company, with his partners James Williams and James's brother William Williams, and a chemist known as J.C. Moss. They struck a claim about 8 miles southwest of Tombstone. shaft into the ground was opened, and an adobe furnace was constructed to produce the silver ore. And they also hired Mexican laborers from Sonora to dig the mine. Mm-hmm. They had built different adobe homes for their workers and their families, and then the store was built, and then Frederick built himself the cabin in a supply shelter. So back in July 1860, William Williams went to Fort Buchanan to purchase supplies. When he returned, he found that Moses and James Williams was dead in a storeroom. They were brutally murdered. And he realized that the cook, David, I think his name is Bontrager, was missing, and all of their supplies were stolen. So they found Brown Cow himself just inside of the mine shaft, and he had a rock drill drilled through him. So,
oh, wow.
Kind of great.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Williams was terrified. He raced back to Fort Buchanan, sent troops, soldiers came in to investigate what had happened, but they buried the bodies on site in unmarked graves. And then I guess the missing cook, David Bontrager, suddenly reappeared and explained that he was taken captive by the Mexican laborers who had revolted and committed these murders. The cook said they released him because he was Catholic. He was actually under suspicion for some time for the murders, but I guess the soldiers contacted Mexican authorities who said, they confirmed his story that, that's what happened, and they were able to return some of the stolen equipment. Mm-hmm. However, the murderers were never arrested, and then they, released the cook from custody. So the theories behind the laborers revolting, they believe that, in 1854, the Gadsden Purchase, when this was completed, it took an area from Mexico and gave it to the U.S. as a territory. Mm-hmm. Well, this, of course, upset, the Mexicans living in the area. So, there were some hostilities brewing, and it was also said that Broncall's claim had been first discovered by Mexican miners in 1855. So, another theory is that, when Brokaw worked for the Sonora Exploring and Mining Company, that he was earning a yearly salary of like $1,800 a month. Guess that's high for those days. So, actually, it was, yearly salary of $1,800, not monthly.
Yeah, okay.
So, when he started his own company, they say that he exploited the Mexican workers and abused them. So, those are the theories of why, this happened. Mm-hmm. So the saga begins after that. After that incident, mining operations halted, and it was rumored that the cabin became somewhat of a meeting point for smugglers, and then it changed hands several times. One of the owners, Milton A. Duffield, he was actually a real estate speculator who came to the West with the California Gold Rush, but he came to Arizona and was appointed the first U.S. Marshal when that area became a territory. Yeah. So this man, I guess he was known as a gambler, a drinker, and just a really mean guy.
Right.
So he ended up having to transfer the ownership of this mine to his housekeeper because he owed his debtors so much money. So then the next owner came about from this incident. Edward Fish, he was a merchant, and he invested in land. He made claim to the Broncal cabin and mine, but he sent his employee Joseph Holmes up to the mine to take residence in one of the cabins. Well, on June 5th, 1874, Milton Duffield went back to Broncal cabin and to try to evict Holmes. He approached the cabin, waving his arms and being all crazy, but he was unarmed as he entered the cabin. But Holmes didn't know that, and he killed him with a shotgun. Oh, wow. So Milton Duffield was also buried on the site in an unmarked grave. In 1875, the next resident was a local Tucson resident named Sidney DeLong. Him and his two partners began working the mine, employing laborers. Rogers, I guess, was subsequently killed by a band of Apaches while there. as was 2 others in the nearby valleys. So the Apache attacks interrupted the mining, so he decided that he would leave the mine and get away from that.
Right.
And that was as late as 1877. And by this time, Ed Schefflin, you guys have heard him throughout history. He's the guy he was known as the founder of Tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
So when he came into the area in 1877, he actually used Broncal's cabin as his base of operations while he prospected all of the outcroppings around the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
So it was said that he also used the fireplace to smelt any ore he had found. So that was kind of cool because we did see the fireplace, so I thought that was kind of a neat tidbit.
Neat. Yeah.
to actually see things, in history in person.
Sure.
It's really cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
But another famous owner, Frank Stillwell, he was known as taking part in the murder of Morgan Earp in 1882.
Oh yeah.
So his involvement with the cabin, evidently at the time of his death, when he was shot by Wyatt Earp at the Tucson train yards, Stillwell was actually the recorded owner of the Broncal mine site.
Wow.
It's kind of like cursed.
That's cool. Yeah, it sounds that way.
I know. So by May of 1878, the claim and all the buildings were completely abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where the stories began. So soon, residents of the Arizona Territory started they noted rumors of strange phenomenon reported in the area of the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Like old newspaper accounts told of other killings that had happened there between the time of 1860 and 1881. They said that there were 17 more.
Wow.
So yeah, in 1881, Prescott. I guess that's how you say Prescott. Prescott's Arizona Democrat, the newspaper, they wrote about multiple burial sites that could be found around the cabin. Prospectors in the area they wouldn't go mine there at all because of all of the ghostly apparitions and haunting that people were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the other tragedies, I guess, that occurred there. In 1897, a group of thieves, they robbed the Wells Fargo stagecoach. So they went to the cabin, and all of them began fighting over how they were going to divide their loot. So these robbers went so far as to have a gunfight to decide on who was going to get the loot, and they ended up killing themselves. Nobody survived that one. And they died, so they were also known to be buried at the site.
Mm-hmm.
But Wells Fargo did recover their gold.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because all of them killed each other. Dummies.
So, the Tombstone newspaper reported rumors, and they wrote in their paper, and I think this is what kind of sparked the urban legend, if you will, that a ghost haunts Broncal cabin, that appearing and disappearing, it appears and disappears when someone goes toward it, and then reappears elsewhere. Mining equipment sounds can still be heard on occasion. Drills and axes working the ledges, and wood being cut with saws could be heard.
Wow.
So as many as 22 graves are reported to be on the grounds, and only a handful of these have ever been identified. So the rumors of the ghostly activity even continues today in recent years. The cabin has become notorious for these strange happenings. So ever since the ghost hunting fad started taking place, the cabin became a popular location for multiple paranormal groups.
Mm-hmm.
Even that show, The Ghost Hunters, I don't know what channel it's on, but it's a popular show. I guess they went out there to do an investigation. Oh. But another ghost hunting research team once recorded a faint voice on an EVP that said, "My girlfriend," or they think it might be "my good friend."
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's evidence out there of a black mist that they caught on infrared. The ghost hunting team couldn't debunk it. Another investigation resulted in a very clear EVP message. It's when they asked the spirits to repeatedly make the green light turn red on their K2 meters.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's an electromagnetic field detector. Well, the K2 never lit up, but when it was turned off at the end of the investigation, an EVP was captured saying, took the green, and a second voice whispered, magic. So it's spooky.
Strange.
And this one I actually heard on, there was a clip on YouTube, and I actually heard it myself, and it was kind of creepy. But they were doing EVP recordings, and they caught the words loud road, which is interesting because Charleston Road, which is one of the major thoroughfares in the area, but it's not like, it's like a 2-lane highway, but it's pretty busy. It runs near the site of the cabin. So when I heard that, I kind of like gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
it was really creepy. Anyway, but there's been incidences of people, hearing scratching sounds on the roof of their car, and somebody took a picture, but I couldn't find it anywhere when I looked it up. Maybe I'll have to look at the author who wrote Tombstone's Most Haunted, Joshua Howley. He's reported on it, but they say that there was a bluish highlighted ghostly figure, and a lot of campers today still attempt to brave the site. Shad and I did not.
No.
I didn't see Jack.
You didn't see nothing.
I don't know. We did some video footage there, and we'll have to go through it and see anything. But we were there during the day,
right?
So most of this stuff is said to happen at nighttime.
I would think, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
So, but we did
creepy.
hike back there, and it was really really interesting.
Still kind
so
of creepy.
Yeah.
It's a fun hike. It's you definitely want to wear pants.
Wear pants.
Because there's nothing but thorns, and I mean you're going down through into the dry washes, and it's a little bit of a climb up and down in a few spots to get there from the road, from an area you can pull off.
Yeah. So, the next time you're visiting the Tombstone or Bisbee area, try to find the ruins of the Broncal cabin, because the desert will reclaim that soon, and it'll be erased forever. And it's basically a monument to all the people who lost their lives there and who are buried there. Wow. Although you can't find the graves, but when we were hiking, because you have to hike back there,
right?
Because finding it's not really easy. You definitely need to use Google Earth or GPS coordinates or whatever to find it. You can locate Broncal Road. It's off of East Charleston Road, but some people think that that's the way to the cabin, but it's actually not. When you turn onto Bronco Road, you'll see private property signs, so you can't really go back there. But that road leads to like administrative areas and residences, actually, and it's private land. So what you have to do is park your car, and you have to venture on foot to the actual site. We parked at the sign, and we hiked the rest of the way to the cabin. It was about a third of a mile long, maybe.
Not too bad.
I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
It was quite a hike, but and then you're walking through washes, so you have to be careful if it's monsoon season and there's rain. I probably wouldn't go hike there because there is a larger wash that we walked through. It was really kind of cool, and I really kind of wanted to dry wash. I don't know. I don't want a ghost tapping me on the shoulder.
Yeah. Get out of my gold, on my claim.
Yeah.
Yep. That's probably what it had been, Kathleen.
Yeah, and David Bogan posted in the chat room that I should have used my dowsing rods. I wanted to bring them for that purpose.
Right.
But I forgot them.
Oh, you forgot your dowsing rods?
I can't believe I forgot them.
Shad forgot them.
Shad forgot them.
I'll tell you, I'll fall on the sword there.
Okay.
Yeah, I told them where they. I think I put them out even, and he didn't.
Don't even say that because you didn't. Okay.
Whatever.
I was too worried about not packing your boots.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, the boots. But that's cool though, Kathleen. It sounds like a pretty interesting place. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see it someday. It sounds like one of them places to put on my bucket list. That'd be cool. Really
and we're gonna put it out in our next video.
Nice.
For the Wandering Buffaloes, I think we're gonna combine Broncal Cabin and Tombstone.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
But we had so much footage, we couldn't fit it all in one, and we're going to break it out in different segments.
And the new one you guys posted today too, right?
Yeah, we posted that today. That one was 3.
Yeah, it was Gleason, Cortland, and then Pierce.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
cool places to check out. I mean, that was part of our trip. You know, we wanted to kind of see the history of these little boom towns for mining that existed just for 10 to 20 years, if that. And I mean, there's not much of them left anymore. So,
right. Like you said, deserts reclaiming them, right?
Yes, they are.
We didn't see it. We didn't see one person out there.
Wow. Can you go there? I wonder if you can go there at night, though, Kathleen. Are you allowed?
Evidently, people do. I think there is a back way. We didn't go the way originally. We pulled into this area where you can park, and they say that if you hike up the east way, on the east end or whatever, they allow primitive camping, but camp at your own risk kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's critters and snakes and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But we didn't hike that way. We actually went the way where you park right where you stop right where it says private property and just park. And then you do the hiking to the cabin itself, which is the cabin itself is actually on BLM land, so it won't be somebody come and say, get off my property kind of thing.
Right.
So you are allowed to go back there, but you have to walk and hike.
Yeah, they BLM though ask, hey, what are you doing? Just to see.
Right.
So we had one drive by right when we were leaving, and I knew he turned around and we already pulled out.
Yeah. I was just nervous. I don't know why.
The law.
All I know is that when I was walking back there, one of those cat claw bushes or whatever,
Oh man,
it got me real good on my wrist, and it was right on the vein.
Oh, jeez.
So, I mean, there was blood just... I've never seen... Getting pricked by a thorn or a spiky thing, whatever, doesn't usually bleed like that, but it got me right in the vein.
Oh yeah, them cat claws, man. They are not forgiving.
And then I had the big bruise. I mean, it looked like I had an IV. You know, when you get an IV and you bruise.
Man.
It was very painful. So that was my souvenir from Brunkhouse Cabin.
There you go. Yeah.
My blood is shed there.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh, dear God. Stop.
Ooh.
It was bad.
That's right. Oh, it's spooky.
Even
Kathleen's
Shad was surprised
blood.
at how much it bled.
It didn't bleed. It just didn't stop. Because, oh, my God. Stop it. It was not a gusher.
Was Shad whipping out his tourniquet and his belt?
Well, I took my thumb, licked my thumb, and wiped it off. And, I was like, you're fine. But it kept bleeding for a bit.
Oh, man, it hurt.
So the rest of the night, she was like, it's so sore. There's a bruise now.
There was a big bruise, and I actually have a little scar.
You just looked and didn't see it.
No, I have a scar.
This is coming from Kathleen, the woman who dredges in 20 below weather and stuff. It's like a thorn.
Hey, them cat claws do hurt. I'm
yeah.
telling you, I got hit when we were with Hamilton at Deplorable Claim, and I hit just barely. I don't even think I touched it, and that thing's got all in my wrist and my arm. Oh my gosh,
Jeez.
They hurt.
I've
They
never
burn.
been there,
It hurt real bad.
I can't.
There's only a few things that gets Kathleen, and cat claw, cactus, thorns, and
thorny things.
Stings, horny,
Thorny.
horny.
Thorny.
It's been a long night.
Thorny things and snakes is the only thing that
it's snakes.
gets Kathleen.
Well, when I'm camping at night, it's hedge apples falling from the
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And those. And then that's it. Those three things. Kathleen fears.
It's more like 5 or 6.
And balloons.
Forgot about
Yeah, balloons. Okay, 7-ish.
I like balloons.
I think that covered them all. I think. Not
Snakes.
Sure. Yeah, I think we got snakes. Dang.
But lucky for us, we went a month ago, and that's their winter,
Right.
so there were no snakes.
You were fine. And you had a great time and dug up some history. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Kathleen. That was awesome.
You are welcome.
I enjoy it. We definitely got to nail down that name though. This segment. Are we going to
Closer look?
Are we just going to call it that? A closer look? I think so. I like it. Do you like it?
Yeah, and you can spell closer with a K.
Oh yeah.
Since my name starts with a K.
Hey, that's offensive.
A closer look with Kathleen.
A closer look.
With Kathleen. I like it.
You don't have to do an intro or anything.
No.
Just say closer look.
I think you need a new intro for it. A closer look.
Oh, no. What kind of music are you going to play?
Oh, probably
some easy listening guitar.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Easy listening. Shad, did you get all the winners' mailing info?
I did, and I just sent you the email on Gold Prospector Space with
Awesome.
the winners and their addresses.
Thank you, sir. I'll send that off to Doc
Had to track
tomorrow.
one down on Facebook, so.
Oh, did you? But you got him?
Got him.
Cool. So we'll get that all sent out to Doc tomorrow, and he'll get all those flow pans in the mail. I'm surprised. That was cool. You know, there's 4 flow pans. I can't even talk again. Having problems tonight. Issues. And don't forget, we're giving away a flow pan on Gold Prospector Space in our monthly giveaway. All you got to do is go up there and follow the easy peasy directions to enter for that. And we'll probably be giving one away some other night here on the show as well. So be sure to keep tuning in every week. You never know when we're going to give something away. And right now, we're going to announce the winners of our Crony Club giveaway. First, we got the dirt from our good friends, the Canadian Goldhound. Did I get that right this time, Shad? I think so.
Yes, you did. Good job.
And if you're a crony, you've seen the picture in the Crony Club. There's a 1 gram plus of gold in this bag. So I drew the name earlier out of our cronies. And the winner of the Crony Club Dirt giveaway is Georgia AU. That's their screen name. I'll send them a message. And
Georgia AU. Georgia Gold.
Georgia AU. That's the winner of the dirt. But we also have our quarterly nugget giveaway.
Yes.
And I guess we'll start with the small one. And that's how big, Shad? The small one?
Oh, that one's, I think, what, 1.04?
Something like that. Yeah, it's a great nugget.
I'm sorry, I just realized my Crony Club membership
expired.
Didn't renew automatic, so I had to sign back up.
Oh, it doesn't. I don't think it renews automatically. It sends you a thing, and then you gotta confirm it, and that like that. Because I've seen that Sarah renewed, and I don't know who else has yet so far.
Does it send you an email?
I think it does. Yeah, honestly, Shad would know because he might have got one. Did you get one, Shad?
Did you get an email?
I'll double check. I don't know.
I'll have to check mine. I haven't seen it yet because mine should be coming up.
Yeah, yours is coming up, Dennis. I don't know. I could check and see which date. Yeah, Kathleen's. Yours and Shad was like a day apart or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
like
so.
That.
Oh, I gotta check my.
But it should send you something saying blah 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 blah. And then you decide if you want to renew to the Cronies Club, and hopefully.
Hey, yes. I want to real quick before you call that name off.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a shout out to our new Patreon member.
Oh, cool!
And the new Patreon member is Casey Russell.
Well, thank you, Casey.
So thank you very much, Casey.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Casey.
Welcome to the Elite Club.
Yeah. And just in time for silver giveaway, we're going to be giving away to one of our patrons too. So
cool.
Perfect timing on that. Thank you very much, Casey, for believing in what we do here at Prospector Radio and Gold Prospector Space. So we want to thank our friends over at Dirt Hog for sponsoring our quarterly nugget giveaway. And it's quarterly nugget giveaway because we give away one each quarter. We have 4 to give away, so we're going to start with the small one to the big one.
But and it's 1.04 grams.
1.04 grams, but they're all nice. They're all beautiful nuggets. So thank you to Dirt Hog for that. And the winner of that, and one good thing about that, you don't have to be here. You don't have to say I'm here.
Yeah.
If we call your name, I contact you, and you send me your address, and I send you your prize. So pretty cool. Okay, the winner of the nugget is our very own William Albertson. Congratulations, William.
Hey, congrats, William.
You got the quarterly nugget, my friend.
Yay!
Yeah, was it It was weird because when I pulled his name, I'm like, the last time I heard William's name, it was for a big prize, and he didn't answer.
Oh.
I think
well, that's why you become a crony.
Where's William from?
Virginia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. William's up in Virginia. And Georgia AU is in Georgia.
Well, a lot better than being like,
Georgia,
Massachusetts or something.
Georgia AU, and you're from Ohio, right?
Picking on Doc, huh?
No, I wasn't picking on Doc.
No, I'm talking about Shad.
Oh. oh, I just got that right. Now, next week we'll resume giving away our gold pans from our friend Steve Hamilton at MakeYourOwnGoldBars.com. We'll start that again next week. And I think we'll even have some Jimbo's Gold next week to give away. So be sure and tune in next Sunday. But don't forget to join us Wednesdays at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for our West Coast Wednesday show with Kathleen's Dredging Up the News and In the Goldfields with Swiftwater. And you don't want to miss that. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to welcome all the new members we got here on Gold Prospector Space this week. Welcome to the family. And
welcome to the adventure.
Up over 6,800. 200 more. We'll hit the 7,000 mark.
Awesome.
Wow.
So we're not even 200 more. So,
man, I remember when I was on here and we hadn't even hit the 2,000 mark.
Right, exactly. And don't forget to check out our good friends Ed and Jess on Tuesday night hangouts at 8 o'clock over there on their YouTube channel. You can find them on Facebook as well, so be sure and watch that show. Every week we do. Dennis was on there. The Biffles have been on there. I've been on there. Rich has been on there. I think we've all been on there as guests, so be sure and check that out on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Tuesday night hangouts with Ed and Jess, so be sure to be there on Tuesdays. And what am I forgetting, guys?
I think that's about it.
Sure, Dan? I feel like I'm forgetting something, as always. Right.
Well, you did the quarterly nugget.
Yep.
Did the Patreon.
Yep.
Remember?
Patreon.
Yeah. I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Shad got me all the information. So, Kathleen, great segment tonight.
Yep.
And like I said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks Doc from Goldhog for being here and his generosity as always when he shows up here. And hopefully some of you people that joined for the giveaways will come back and check us out each week. We love to have you, and you just never know what we're going to give away around here or what we're going to be talking about. So until Wednesday, everybody have a great week, and we're out of here. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
All right.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.